What up, Marsh Pod? Tuesday morning. We were going to actually bring you a full recap of a lot of excitement over the weekend. We were going to do updated pointless power rankings. Spoiler alert, new team at the top. Won't say who it is because we're not going to be able to do it today. We were going to talk about how Africa and the North are all but done, as is Oceania. We were going to talk about Southeast Select being for real, and we were going to talk about, is there any concerns about Lone Star only beating an 0-5 Oceania team by one? That's what we were going to talk about, but we're not going to talk about it. Because instead, we're going to talk about breaking news that just came in this morning that we're going to hopefully get more information on as the day continues. But per sources close to the situation, Mackenzie Mgbako with Gotham 5 is considering stepping away from the team. This comes ahead of their game tonight, the 28th, against the Indy Stripes. And it comes just one game after Mackenzie Mgbako moved to the bench against SimWorld Atlantis. He responded to that game with 17 points, 7-13 shooting, made 3 threes. After 3 straight games against Beast of the East, Philadelphia, and Run DMV, in which he just did not look like the top player that many had pegged him to be. And so the biggest question is, why would Mgbako decide to do this? And as it stands currently, that answer is still very much in the air. There's some semblance of a belief that Mackenzie Mgbako is wanting to commit to preparing to play next season at Duke, which is where he is committed to play at. From what I've been told, though, that's only really half of the story. There is some frustration with Mgbako. Whether that's been expressed to the team at this point, I'm not sure how obvious it is. I'm also told this isn't a outright end of the conversation. He's adamantly against it, but there's a little bit of frustration with coming off the bench, especially considering Mgbako's stature, not only in SimWorld, but also in high school and the college ranks. Being a backup and being a sixth man for a team, sitting behind guys, is not something that Mgbako, or at least I should say this, is not something that people close to Mgbako feel is a positive development for his future and stature in the league. There's no question Mgbako is probably one of the top 15 guys in SimWorld hoops. He hasn't quite played like it. And so there's some concern that if he continues to come off the bench, whether that results in big points or not, there is some concern that will negatively impact his draft stock for 2 years from now, and would potentially impact his season at Duke next season. So there's a lot of moving pieces to this, and nothing is set in stone as of Tuesday morning. But the initial instinct is that there is a non-zero chance that Mackenzie Mgbako does not finish the season at Gotham 5. And that obviously would be detrimental to a team that sits at 3-1, half a game behind Beasts of the East, and ahead of a very big game coming up against the Indy Stripes at 8 p.m. tonight, Tuesday night. Again, this is a developing story. There's going to be more to come. But at this point in time, there is a legitimate chance, and in some corners, a concern that Mackenzie Mgbako does not finish the season with Gotham 5 and in general SimWorld hoops, and instead decide to step away. More will come on it as that information is made available. We will be reporting on it, but it's the big news. It's a Gotham 5 team that started to look really good, that has a massive game against Indy to draw back even with Beasts of the East, and they're going to have to do it with the cloud of arguably their best player not being on the court, maybe beyond tonight. All right, we'll talk to you Thursday.